Max, let's move over now to East Lansing, Michigan, because the Michigan State Spartans had a
Oh my.
big upset. Big upset on Monday night. James Madison. James Madison, the only reason I know them is because of their football team, but their basketball team this week, they won 79-76 in overtime in the Breslin Center. This was James Madison's second ever win over a ranked team in program
Wow.
history. Second ever time they ever beat a ranked team. Here's two nuggets that are pretty juicy here. I got to credit Matt Norlander, CBS. This was Tom Izzo's first home loss in November in his career.
Oh, wow.
First home loss ever
Wow.
in the month of November for Tom Izzo. And this was also the Spartans' first home loss in the month of November since 1986. They haven't
Oh,
lost a home game in the month of November since 1986, Max.
wow.
Holy moly. Outside of Tyson Walker, who balled out, no other starter scored in double figures. Tyson Walker had 35 points.
Yeah.
He missed 6 free throws, though. Missed 6 free throws.
That was huge towards the end of the game, too. That guy was stepping up, and like those free throws were way off. Okay.
Clank.
Oh my,
Clankers.
yeah, bricks, building a house. Okay, building
Clankers.
a house. Who is supplying the cement? I don't even know. I don't know.
Tom Izzo.
Yeah.
Here's the biggest stat from the game for me. The Michigan State Spartans against James Madison shot 1 for 20 from 3. 1 for 20. That's
Oh,
5%. You're not going to win a lot of games doing that. Tom Izzo, after the game, he said he's got a leadership problem, Max. That's a big deal. He's got a leadership problem. He's not afraid to play the freshman. Michigan State, they play Southern Indiana this Thursday before the Big Champions Classic showdown with Duke next week. What's going to happen here moving forward with Michigan State? Are they okay? Is this just a blunder? And that Tom Izzo's going to turn this around, or is this going to be a losing streak here and maybe a tough season for Michigan State?
all right. Couple of directions I want to go with this, but the first direction I'm going to say is something I don't think is going to happen, but we might as well bring it up now. Are we going to see a team that has seniors, that has a team that is coming back, play like UNC played last season, where everyone came back from that championship game? We thought that they were going to be, they might have been ranked number 1 preseason or something like that. Yeah, to start the season last year, and then didn't even make the dance. I find it hard to believe, but what do you think, Cole Breezy? Do you think this is, I mean, without any leadership that Izzo was saying?
He's saying he's got no leadership. He starts 4 seniors and a junior. So goodness, if you don't have leadership with them, I am nervous.
Yeah.
But the amount of respect I have for Tom Izzo, I mean, I think he's a top 3 coach in the nation.
He's easily
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He turns this around. They make the dance. But you know, against Duke next week, you're gonna have to show me something, because the Big Ten's always gonna be a grinded out conference. You're gonna have to earn your wins in that conference. So
no doubt. I expect Michigan State to wake up. You know, if you haven't noticed, they actually start out slow. They always do. They're never like that top 5 team. They're always ranked top 5, top 10. They lose. They go in like the 20s, and then towards the end of the season, they just pick it up. They always pick it up, and especially when they get into the dance, and you'll see this is a team that easily can get into the Elite 8 this year. Come on, 4 seniors and a junior. Come on. Like this is the team that's been together for a while. They're going to figure it out. And I expect the game next week against Duke. That is going to be juicy. Don't expect, if it's an overtime game, I'll be excited about it, obviously, but I wouldn't expect, a heartbreaking loss like James Madison.
Looking at James Madison to finish up this talk, I'm going to predict right now they win the Sun Belt Conference. We're going to see these boys in March. Max, the Sun Belt consists of Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina, Louisiana, Marshall, Old Dominion, Southern Miss, Troy, Arkansas State, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, South Alabama, Texas State, and Louisiana Monroe. Are you going to put the Dukes of James Madison in an early tournament bracket here in November?
I will say they played fantastic last game. The momentum was on their side. They played hard defense too. The game was so much fun because it reminded me of the tournament. It really did. I was like, is it March Madness? Is it March already? Are we in March? It was, man, it was a really fun game. And hey, I would hope so. After beating Michigan State, they might even be ranked this next week. Maybe.
Yeah, I think they could be the Sun Belt winners this year, the Dukes of James Madison.